You're a military family getting ready to move to the Tampa area, and your family is trying to figure out how much space they really need when they're looking for a home. We know it can be a stressful time looking for a home that fits your family's needs, whether that's affordability, whether you're a growing family, and figuring out how many rooms you may need with your home here in Tampa. Well, in today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how to choose the right size home for your military family coming to the Wesley Chapel in Tampa area, so you can experience a peace of mind and truly a great home for your family. And all that without feeling overwhelmed and making a costly mistake. Welcome back to the channel where we help connect families to live like locals in the Tampa Bay area. My name is Sydney. Let's get started. Let's assess your family's needs. How many rooms do you need? Do you need walk-in closets? What kind of space do you need with your family? Are your kids sharing rooms? Do you guys need a linen closet in your master bathroom? That's something that we've seen kind of taken away from new builds. When we're assessing space for your family, where are you going to put your Christmas tree? What are you going to do with the military gear? Where are you going to store all of the sports stuff that your kids bring in? I know that I have a huge entryway, but I don't have storage space for all of my kids' shoes and their bags and their backpacks. Another thing you should think about when you're looking at space for your home is, do you work from home? Do you work from home a couple of days a week? Are you full-time working from home? Do you homeschool? Do you need a space where you can have your kiddos, your bookcases and your desks? Or are you good with, having a flex space downstairs, an office space? Can you turn an extra bedroom into a dual use of homeschool room, craft area, play space for your kids? I know that my family, we really enjoy having, 2 living room spaces. So we have the upstairs loft for the kids, which is nice because when we're hosting parties or doing things with our friends, they can go upstairs and they have a little bit of a leeway, which is always a great thing too. Another thing that you should look at is, what are your family's plans? Do you plan on growing your family? Do you plan on bringing a grandma into the home? Do you plan on having more kids? What is your family's goals of growth? I think it's important to think about that. If you have a 3-bedroom, but you have 2 of your kids sharing a room right now because they're in elementary school, but then maybe you're staying in the area and they're going to grow and they need another room. When you look at, the growth potential for your family, and I know that maybe a military family, you get a 3-bedroom, 2-bath or 2.5-bath, 1,500 square feet. It's something that is doable because you're here for 2 to 3 years. And that's a great resale or a rental as well, is the 3-bed, 2-bath. I know that a lot of people like having a flex space or a 4th bedroom, but sometimes that can take away from the living space area. And I see a lot of families tend to want to congregate around the kitchen and an open floor plan in the living room and the outdoor space. So, I think that, being able to have that kind of space is important. When you're looking at a home here in the Wesley Chapel, Tampa area, I think that it's super important to think about layout. So some people love having an open floor plan. I think that having the kitchen, they call it like a dinner kitchen combo. A lot of homes now come with islands, where I believe that, I grew up in the kitchen. My mom was always cooking and my dad was always cooking. And after sports, we were all getting food and we were all congregated around like the kitchen, living room, dining room combo. And I don't think that has changed much. Now, when you think about versatility, I used to have a formal dining room and it never got used much. And we put that out and ended up having it as a playroom for our kids. Then as they got older, we put it back as a formal dining room. So I think that thinking how you can use those spaces in different ways will help your family be able to adapt and do things as your family continues to grow or both, becomes timeless. Speaking of neighborhoods, I created a guide of top schools, reviews, and ratings, and I think it will be extremely helpful for you. I dropped the link in the description box below. Feel free to grab it. It's going to be very helpful for you. So now let's talk about staying within your budget. Being a military family, you have the VA benefits. You guys, you get housing allowance if you're active duty military, and we really want to see you not be house poor. So when we talk about that and you get that monthly BAH or housing allowance, we want to see you stay within that. 90% of our clients who are VA like to stay within their budget, minus $350 to $400 to rope in utilities. So for instance, if your mortgage is $2,300, but your BAH is $2,800, you have a $500 wiggle room there to include your internet, your water and sewer and trash, and all of those extra expenses. We try to get in there. Now, we know that affordability right now can be a little bit more expensive, so sometimes you do have to go within your full BAH, but we really don't want to see you be house poor. So how do we do that? We look at what's important to you guys. Is a kitchen important? Is the bedrooms important? Is the location or lot size important? All of those things matter when it comes to the affordability to stay within your price range. Some of the things you should look at as a family and or military family is HOA costs and CDD. So when you are getting your estimate for your mortgage, your monthly payment, you should definitely look and make sure and see the HOA. And if you live in a CDD community, that those are also included. So that's not an unexpected cost that keeps you outside of your comfort level. How close do you want to be to resort style amenities? You know, a great thing about the suburbs of the Wesley Chapel area and surrounding area of Tampa Bay is the amenities. So you do have, some of them have small HOA fees, some of them have larger. It's always important to look at those. But you guys, the amenities out here in some of these, the suburbs and some of these communities is amazing. It is literally like lagoons, kayaking, you have walking trails, dog parks, multiple playgrounds within each community, you have gated communities, and it's basically a connected community. And what they mean by that is when you drive from wherever, from base or from downtown Tampa, and you drive out to your community, you don't have to leave. You can get on your golf cart because everyone has a golf cart. You can go to the grocery store. The grocery store has golf cart parking. I mean, you living in the suburbs with amenities is completely worth it. Our kids can ride their bikes to schools. You know, there is just so much to be able to do within the suburbs. Watch the next video so you can get more information and strategies on buying your first or your next home here in the Tampa Bay area. Click on the video on the screen right now, and I'll see you there.